Today I want to start with the story of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, the famous Hollywood actor and comedian, he had everything, fame, money and success. Yet, despite his achievements, he struggled with depression for years. He constantly felt the pressure to be successful, worrying about his future and reflecting on his past failures. One day, after experiencing a deep emotional breakdown, Carrey had an awakening moment. He realized that his suffering came from his thoughts, his attachment to the past, and worries about the future. He began practicing mindfulness, focusing entirely on the present moment. He stopped identifying with his thoughts and ego, choosing instead to just be, just live. In an interview, Carrey shared, "I realized I don't have to be my thoughts. I don't have to be trapped in my mind's drama." This shift in perspective transformed his life. Instead of chasing happiness, he found joy in simple things, breathing, observing nature, and appreciating life as it was. He describes this moment as a spiritual awakening, which freed him from years of anxiety and self-doubt. Jim Carrey's story is a powerful example of the power of now. By shifting his focus from the mind's chatter to the present moment, he found peace and true happiness, not in external sources, but within himself. The present moment is all we have, and yet so many of us waste it by thinking that the future is when things will actually start to happen. We put off our goals, our dreams and our desires, thinking that someday we'll get around to see them. But the truth is, the present moment is the only moment that truly exists. It is the only moment we can control, the only moment we can take action. That's what we are unlocking now, the power of now. The right time is now. Welcome to the channel Elevate with Shachi Seth. Hi, I am Shachi Seth, writer, entrepreneur, life coach and your dear friend. We're talking about right time. Timing. Procrastination is a major obstacle that holds us back from taking action. We get caught up in the thinking that we need to wait for the perfect circumstances, the perfect plan or the perfect timing. While the truth is, there is no such thing as perfect. There's only progress. And the only way we can make progress is by taking actions. Fear of failure is another major obstacle that holds us back. We are afraid of what might happen if we take a risk, if we step out of our comfort zone. We are afraid of looking foolish, of failing, of not being good enough. But the truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every successful person has experienced failure along the way. Perfectionism is another obstacle that holds us back. We think that we need to have everything just right, that we need to have all our ducks in a row before we can take an action. But the truth is, imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. It's better to take imperfect action and learn as we go than to wait for everything to be just right. We also get caught up in thinking that we need to have all the answers before we can take action. We think that we need to know exactly how things will turn out, exactly what will happen before we can take the first step. But the truth is, life doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. Life is full of unknowns, and the only way we can learn is by taking action and being open to the possibilities. Eckhart Tolle, in his book Power of Now, shared his personal journey of transformation from deep depression and anxiety to a state of spiritual awakening. He emphasizes that the true peace and happiness are found in the present moment rather than being lost in thoughts about the past or future. Hence, it is important to break free from the constant chatter of your mind and experience a deeper sense of awareness and presence. We should always remember, 1. You are not your mind. Most people are living trapped in their own thoughts, believing that their mind defines who they are. However, true self-awareness comes when we realize that we are not our minds, but rather the observer of our thoughts. The mind is constantly engaged in unnecessary thinking, which creates suffering. To get peace, we must learn to step back and watch our thoughts without identifying with them. 2. Consciousness, the way out of pain. Emotional pain arises when we resist the present moment. The concept of pain body refers to the accumulated suffering from past negative experiences that influences our present emotions and actions. The pain body thrives on identifying with past traumas and relieving them repeatedly. However, by becoming conscious of it and fully accepting the present moment, we dissolve this pain and free ourselves from emotional suffering. 3. Moving deeply into the now. The only real moment is the present one. The past and future only exist in our minds. It's important to embrace the now completely because all the peace, joy, and fulfillment exist only in the present. When we stop worrying about the future or regretting the past, we become free from anxiety and stress. Mindfulness and conscious awareness are the keys to staying connected with the present moment. 4. Mind always strategizes for avoiding the now. The ego constantly keeps us distracted by making us think about the past and worry about the future. It creates unnecessary problems and suffering by resisting what is actually happening in the present. The mind thrives on conflict and identification with problems, preventing us from fully experiencing the now. We need to recognize these mental patterns and consciously choose to return to the present moment. Whenever we notice our minds drifting into the unnecessary worries, bring them to the presence. 5. Embrace the state of presence. Presence is a state of being fully aware and engaged in the present moment. It allows us to rise above our emotions and thoughts, creating a sense of peace and clarity. The more we practice presence, the less power our thoughts will have over us. Deep breathing and conscious observation and meditation methods help us to maintain presence and shift our awareness from thinking to simply being. 6. The inner body. Connecting with the inner body is a powerful way to stay present and grounded. Our inner body is a life energy that exists within us, which can be felt when we bring awareness to our physical sensation. By directing our attention inward, we dissolve negative emotions and escape the constant chatter of the mind. Practices like meditation and mindful breathing help strengthen this connection, allowing us to live in the state of inner stillness. 7. Portals into the unmanifested. The unmanifested refers to a dimension of pure being beyond the thought and form. We should try and observe that silence, stillness, and surrender to the present moment. This will act as a portal to this deeper consciousness. When we detach from thoughts and embrace stillness, we experience profound peace and connect with the source of limitless awareness. Meditation and mindful practices help open these portals and deepen our experience of presence. 8. Enlightened relationships. Relationships often become sources of conflict and suffering when they are driven by ego, attachment, and the need for control. True love can only exist in relationships when both the individuals practice presence and acceptance. Instead of seeking happiness through each other, we must find inner peace within ourselves. By bringing awareness into our relationships, we can dissolve conflicts and cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections. 9. Beyond happiness and unhappiness, there is peace. This is so true. The definition of true peace is it exists beyond the temporary states of happiness and sadness. Rather than constantly chasing happiness or avoiding pain, we should cultivate a deeper sense of acceptance for whatever arises in the present moment. When we let go of resistance to life's ups and downs, we find inner peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. This state of peace remains unshaken regardless of life's challenges. 10. The meaning of surrender. Surrendering to the present moment does not mean giving up. Instead, it means accepting reality as it is, without resistance or fear. Suffering arises when we resist what is happening in our lives. By practicing acceptance and letting go of the need to control everything, we open ourselves to true freedom and inner peace. Surrender allows us to align with natural flow, leading to a state of effortless joy and fulfillment. The power of now is simple yet profound. Live in the present moment. By freeing ourselves from the grip of our thoughts and embracing the now, we experience true peace, joy, and enlightenment. We have to make consistent efforts to become more conscious of our thoughts, emotions, and inner energy, helping us break free from suffering and live a life full of awareness and presence. So how do we make the most of the present moment? How to make sure that we're living right now? One strategy is to set a deadline for ourselves. We need to have a deadline. When we have a deadline, we are more focused, more motivated, and more likely to take action. Another strategy is to break down our goals into smaller, manageable tasks. When we break down our goals, they become less overwhelming, and we can focus on one task at a time. We should frame our mindset to focus on progress, not perfection. When we focus on progress, we are open to learning, to growing, and to improving. We are more open to taking risks, to stepping out of our comfort zone, and to try new things. Most important, we need to surround ourselves with people who inspire and motivate us. When we are around people who are taking actions, who are making progress, who are achieving their goals, we are more likely to do the same. I want to share with you a powerful insight that has a profound impact on my life. It's the idea that now, present, is the only moment that truly exists. When we focus on the present moment, we are more grounded, more centered, and more in control. We are more able to take action, to make decisions, and to move forward. This insight has allowed me to turn my life around, to make progress on my goals, and to achieve things I never thought was possible. It's allowed me to focus on what's truly important, to let go of procrastination, fear, and perfectionism, and to take action in the present moment, to take action in the right moment, now. So what's the takeaway from all of this? It's that now is the perfect time to start making changes. It is the perfect time to take action, to make progress, and to achieve our goals. Don't wait for the future. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. And don't wait for everything to be just right. Take actions now and watch how your life transforms. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to share your experiences in the comment box below. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my other motivational videos. Subscribe to my channels and remember the bell icon for notifications. Thank you so much. Goodbye. God bless.